Yeah, Lyrical I.
G.P.K.
Yo, I waited like my whole life to really shine. Now I might as well get on it to really grind. It's like my moment all these years I like to study in different really ciphers on the streets. I did earning this. I paid attention to the ones that even talking crap. And I don't care, Lyrical I, just to watch your back. You say things just behind it like they even back, but you would never talk to me. I will keep it
Just real.
I try to represent the culture, but y'all don't even feel. Y'all talking nonsense and things, y'all ain't really real. You say things, but you never really walk it. I'm after even doing it, cause I'm not just you, yo. I'm keeping true to this art, I'm giving just to the part. You rip it from the stars, you ain't no real star. I bring it to you like in the underground, to keep it like the sound for sounds. I go for pound, I could get down. Too many friends, we even lost them. I show love to them, cause I was like a part of them. I lost myself, gave up on like my mind. Had to wake up every day to be that guy, Lyrical I.
All right, so we're in Santa Cruz, California with my man Lyrical I.
Yeah.
Lyrical I came to ask you a little bit about what the fuck you do.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I started my career in Santa Cruz in 2006 doing spoken word poetry. So I do spoken word, you know what I'm saying? And then I've been a part of the hip hop scene for over 13 years. Shout out to Aziz, shout out to Warlords, shout out to all the slop opera, all the underground hip hop heads that inspired me. And yeah, man, that's what I do, I do both, hip hop and spoken word. And that's been like my life, for 13 years in Santa Cruz.
So you started back in 2006?
2006.
What drew you to rap? Was there an artist you saw, or what really got you into hip hop?
I was always into hip hop when I was young. Like, I listened to a lot of KRS-One. I was big inspired by Freestyle Fellowship in Los Angeles and by the spoken word and all that. So for me, I grew up doing it. But in Santa Cruz, when I came here, it was like Bomb Productions. It was the Warlords. It was Slop Opera. I was listening to all those guys, and those guys were inspired me to even do it more.
So who are your all-time favorite rappers? Who's like in your top 3 list? You mentioned KRS-One.
KRS-One, Nas, and then I have to put Big L in there and Biggie, but I know it's top 4, but those are like some of the people that I respect a lot,
Yeah, Big L's definitely like my top 3.
Yeah.
I think definitely one of the most underrated rappers, and I really wish Jay-Z would give more props. I feel like that's where you got to start.
Yep, you got to give props to the people that started in this culture, and we're not doing that enough.
So can you tell me a little bit about your street ciphers? Because I catch you on the block all the time.
Well, I started back in 2006. I used to just go out in the streets on a Friday and just freestyle ciphers, and that was just something a part of my legacy before there was other organizations around. It was just going out there on those days, Friday or Saturday night, and just spitting some rhymes, with a beat and just showing people that Santa Cruz has hip hop, And over the years, I built it. A lot of people know who I am out there. The Catalyst and different venues show me the respect now because they see the work and the grind. And yeah, man, started, like I said, on the streets, just out there, just doing it, Now we're doing it with a gigantic boombox. So we went from small to bigger, so.
I used to see you with a karaoke mic all the time.
Yeah, that was one of the things too. I still have that. The karaoke mic, it's like a mic that has speakers that come out of it. Yeah, it was a dope thing. I saw somebody with it, and I had to get one.
Where'd you get it at?
I bought it at Ross.
Oh, you love it? You bought it at Ross.
Yeah, that's when I first saw it,
Shout out.
So, yeah, that was a fun instrument. I still have fun with it, but, nothing like the big equipment. But you got to have what you start off with.
So, I've always respected that you don't curse in your raps and your freestyles, and I've noticed that you frequently speak about respecting women.
Yeah.
Have you always rapped that way?
Well, I grew up in church. My grandmother was always I grew up around women. My mom passed away when I was 8 years old, so the women were always a really big influence in my family. And my grandmother, like, she really just helped me, like, you know, she said, you don't have to use cuss words in your rhyme. You can respect women and still have a message. So I kind of got that from her and just reading a lot. But she was my main influence to stay on that. And I still do that because there was a lot of family members in my family that weren't practicing that. And there had to be a different way.
That's good. That's a positive message.
So,
you know, that's not always like the most popular thing, but fuck it, you know, like that's cool that you're out there doing it. You're showing them that, you know, a black man doesn't have to be fucking a pimp, doesn't have to be a criminal. Like,
you can be an honest person that's doing something positive and still go through your struggles, but just be real about it.
Yeah, I respect that a lot coming from you. Do you have any battles or any shows that you've got coming up?
I have something might be coming up on the 23rd. I've been, you know, working like, you know, a little bit, but I got some things in future plan. I'm dropping a new project soon. I dropped the project a while back called The Passion, The Pain EP. I only put 3 tracks out. There's only 3 tracks, so I'm gonna do a follow of that, and it's gonna be more tracks, Passion, The Pain Volume 2. So I'm already like getting ready to work on that, and yeah, man, I'm working on some new shows right now. Like I said, just stay tuned. There's gonna be more stuff in the cooks, but definitely in the next couple months. I actually got something on March 30th this month that I'm doing out in Oakland. You know, it's for like raise money for like women's awareness.
I also know that you do a lot of volunteer work.
Yeah.
Where do you volunteer at?
I've been volunteering for like the last 13 years at the Resource Center for Nonviolence. That's one of the organizations that I really support. And then Food Not Bombs and yeah, those are like the main 2. There's usually a bunch of more, but I really stay consistent with the ones that I feel that are actually making a good change to the community. And, you know, and I'm always at like all the local hip hop shows too, supporting volunteering, supporting all the hip hop heads, because as an artist, you got to support the next people that are coming up. So it's always important to keep that. And then another organization too, Follow Your Heart Action Network. My man Curtis that goes to the reservations. I went with him to New Orleans in 2006. So he's actually one of my positive male black influence in Santa Cruz, because a man that does what he does, and he stays consistent at it. So,
see, how often do you freestyle? Because I know you're like a freestyle rapper. Like, I can't compete with you when we freestyle. I get maybe like a couple bars in and I'm done, and you go. So how often do you practice?
Honestly, I think sometimes like every day is like my life's like a freestyle. Even when I'm not freestyling, I'm freestyling. And then there's just some times when I just sit in my car and I just listen to beats at the ocean and I'm just freestyling a lot. And I've been doing that like more, and like, so it's kind of all the time for me. Like sometimes I'm not doing it, but then I am doing it. But I love it so much that it's like I love it like I write, because I like to write too. And so when I'm like writing, that's helping me out freestyling too, because I'm like, oh damn, I can do that and that. So kind of like every day, even when I'm not thinking about it, I'm usually doing something that's spontaneously.
Do you have any advice for any kids that are interested in becoming hip hop artists or doing some spoken word, maybe getting out and performing?
Yeah, I'm gonna give them like this. I think it's very important to know what you're doing with your craft, have a lot of drive and be hungry for it, and be prepared for all the sacrifices if you're gonna get into hip hop or spoken word. And just be genuine. Don't follow what everybody else is doing. Find your own lane and build off your own lane and build you know, and understand the business side of your life too, because as an artist, you know, you're gonna go through struggles if you don't have your finances in point, and you know, you're not having a stable job. If you hate working for regular people, then find a way to make money for yourself or build your own brand, because that's gonna keep your craft going. If you really want to do this, and just, you know, keep performing. Go to open mics, go to spoken word shows, go and get yourself out there, because the more you get out there, you're gonna get used to performing in different places. You won't choke. And then, you know, get else to go out to the streets, you know, get you some piece of equipment or a boombox or some kind of equipment with a mic or a little PA, and put yourself out there. Perform your written stuff, perform your freestyles. Show people that you are serious about what you do and you want to do it for the rest of your life. And then when you do that, then it's open for you. And stack your money too. Put your money in your bank accounts. Learn how to save it too, because a lot of artists don't do that. If you're in this business, learn how to keep your money in 2 different things. Your checking, your savings, so you can always pay your bills and survive too.
So Isaac, where do you see yourself in about 5 years? Where would you like to be?
I want to take Underground Cyphermatic, the company I'm working on. I want to turn that into something that's huge for like helping people on the other side, like the PR, the public relations, and getting into acting. I pretty much want to see myself in that more, doing acting and doing more music, but jumping into the next chapter of my life is being on theater and having that out there too. So yeah, my next 5 years is I want that. That's what I'm going to be accomplishing. is doing that and putting out more music and just building a team around and building and having like supporting those underground artists too that don't get their chance to shot, to give them an opportunity to have a platform where they can go cypher and go battles and all that, you know, and just taking it to the next level.
Where can the people find you at? Where's your music at, man?
All right, well, my music's on iTunes. I recommend you go there. It's on Spotify. That's Lyrical I. That's Lyricali. You can find it on iTunes. I recommend you go there because that's how you support my craft. You can go to iTunes, go to YouTube and type Lyrical I. You'll find one of my music videos. Or you can just go to my Facebook page, Lyrical I. You'll see some things I post too.
Well, thanks for sitting down with me, Isaac. I really appreciate what you're doing. I got mad respect for you. I think you really do embody a lot of what hip-hop is about, and I respect that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Appreciate it.
Good luck in the future, man.
Sure, man.
It's workout, huh?
Oh yeah, it does work. Playing is hard.
G.P.K.